Good day, y'all. How's everybody doing? Well, the topic today, or the subject at hand, is letting go. I have this quote that says, letting go allows karma to take its place. And I'll explain that in a minute. A lot of people always ask me, like, I have a hard time letting go of this situation. I have a hard time letting go of this anger or this pain, and I'm just thinking to myself, I'm just like, people have a hard time letting go because a lot of people don't want to let go. It's really a choice. Really, like, we have to start understanding that anything that happens within our life is it's always spawned by a choice that we make. Whether you choose to go somewhere or not, whether you choose to deal with a person or not, that would in turn, create a situation or, stonewall into a situation. But the decision to go, this decision to rock with or do something with a person is always your decision. So you actually are always in control of a situation from the standpoint of whether you are involved in it or not. And as far as what happened once you get involved, maybe you're not in control of that thoroughly because now you are involved in a situation that is already created, so you're just in it. So whatever is part of that creation, you're part of it as well. So, but the choice to go inside of it is your choice. So that's where we need to kind of just what we need to look at when it comes to anything that happens in our lives. And we start pointing fingers at people, you have to always say, damn, I chose to mess with that person, so that was my fault. That is always the beginning of everything in your life. It's never that person's, it's not their life, it's your life. So you have to go back to your beginning, which was the choice. So letting go have a lot to do with that as well. Choice of letting go. So much people hold on to. Like the grip. It's like people hold on to the past. People hold on to things in hope of controlling their future. You hold on to the past in hope of controlling your future, right? But the most important thing in these two things right now that's going on that you are totally not aware of is this middle point right here, which is your now. So this is where we get it messed up because we don't absorb and we don't get so in tune with the now that we think that the past has so much fullness in it. Past has memories of situations that happened from beginning to end, and we see everybody's faults, everybody what they did. So it's more comfortable to look at the past and say, I could see everything and I understand. And now you think about the future. Well, that's a hopeness of what you want to happen and what you think can happen, and some type of idea in your head of what is going to happen. So you have the fear involved, and then now you have the anxiety of the future, and then some people have the trauma of the past. And again, we're not looking at the present, which is where the gift, which is where life, which is where everything is created from this point right here. So no, letting go is not easy, but it's a must. You can't really move forward holding on to the past. An example of not being able to move forward and holding on to the past would be like, let's think of Tarzan, right? Tarzan is swinging through the jungle, from vine to vine, grabbing one vine, oh shit, letting go of this vine, grabbing another one he grabbed the other one first, get this momentum going, let go of this one, reach for the next one, this one go behind, he let this one go as soon as he grabbed the other one, and then he reached for that. So it's like a complete momentum of letting go of the old one, and holding on to the new one, letting go of the old one, and then reach for the next one. So it's like, if for any reason he reaches for one, and then while reaching for that one, he's still holding on to the last one, and he end up doing this rocking thing where the momentum now starts going down. Now you find yourself in a standstill. And that's what the memory and the holding on do to people. It puts you at a standstill of life where now you're stuck in the middle because you really have no momentum because you're trying to pull from the past to create the future, which is like some old scientific non-thinking shit, because how you pulling from the past to create the future? And we all do it. We think about all these old memories of what we used to do and how we used to do it, and what this person did in the past and what he used to do, and then you're like, well, I want this to be in my future, and how I want my future to be. But then you're like, dude, don't you understand your now is what creates your future? So you could be in a way doper, better situation. You can't even see it because you're so keen of looking at some old situation because it's a complete situation, and you don't know how your situation gonna end up. So you're scared of, dude, you're so scared of taking a step forward because you don't know how it's gonna end up. It's more comfortable to look at the past because it's all there, but the past is not there really. It's here. But what's really here is here. So your physical awareness of what you're going through right now and how you can pull from your now is really where it's at. But you're so busy with the past history of memories, and that's why I go back into we go back into memories. Like memories and history is not something that I condone as something that's good, and it's presented to us as a good thing. You know, memories don't live like people do. They always remember you, whether good or whatever. Either way, they make songs about this shit, you know? But memories is going back into history. History lessons is memory. Memorize this, memorize that. You need to learn this, you need to learn that. But what we don't understand is the more we memorize things, the more we create those things that we memorize. Because when we create from a space of this. We're supposed to create from the unknown, but we're so scared of the unknown that we'd rather go to the known. So we're only going to create from what we know. So by creating from what you know, you only get to recreate the shit. So that's why they say history always repeats itself, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it does. Why wouldn't it? If you're only studying history, you're only going to repeat history. So those things are all things that I say we need to start rethinking about, you know? Start really thinking about life as a whole and not being trained to redo something. Anything is not something that I want to be part of. I came in to create the beauty of the next generation and evolve us to the next stage. So why would I want to redo anything? You know, anybody that's done anything in the past that has come back here to finish, he's not trying to redo this shit. He's trying to finish. And currently, we're here to finish. We're not here to redo nothing. And history keeps us in the space of this circle of repeating the same shit that we never get to continue the purpose that we came into this existence for in the first place. Because the people that are now control of our judicial, educational, entertainment system, all those people are aware of our creative powers, so they keep giving us stuff that they want us to create, meaning all the movies and all the stories, all those things, the things that was given to us to create. So we was raised on memory. We was raised on remembering things. So it's very hard for people to let go. So now, because you know all of this, then you know where that whole holding on to shit come from. Then letting go shouldn't be something that you should even think twice about. Because you're the creator of your reality, holding on to something stops you from creating your next dope reality. Because you're not in your space of creating, which is your now. You can't create from the past because it's not there. It's a space that no longer exists. So how are you going to go back there and create? You can't even focus on the now. How can you even time travel to the past? So there's always a distortion. There's always a pain involved because you're trying to take from one space and bring it to the past. That's why trauma is a thing now, because it wasn't a thing when I was growing up. Everybody got memories of shit that happened to them in the past. But everybody suppressed those memories, not because it comes back and haunt them and oh my god, no. Motherfuckers suppress memories on the strength of, yo, fuck this shit. It happened to the younger version of me. It didn't really happen to me. That me that I am right now. So I can't try to endure that pain. They might not say it that way, but just people just really denying the fact that something happened to them is only saying that it didn't happen to them this age. It happened to them as a baby age, and they're not trying to go back there. Because going back there bring back the pain, the trauma, and all that stuff. But then they've been training us to do that. And they even created groups and organizations about trauma. So anybody that have any type of memory in the past, they call it trauma, because now they want to relive that shit and talk about it and talk about how it brought in pain. What you doing? You reliving it. You bringing yourself back into this present moment. So all trauma is part of what they want you to remember, so you won't be able to live in your now. And then here comes anxiety. Anxiety is you trying to make sure that your future is what you really want it to be based on what you think your past should be. It's just a whole bunch of fucking juggling two invisible shit that doesn't make no sense. Meanwhile, you're supposed to be in your now because they don't want you in your now. Your now is where you get to make the decision for your now. That's why letting go in your now is a lot easier, because you have so much abundance in your now that whatever happened last week, it's like, fuck that shit. Let me focus on my now, because if I don't focus on my now, then my tomorrow now, which is my future, won't be as dope as I want it to be. So your now is where you need to be. So letting go. Whew. Hold on to that grip. For example, currently a lot of people are experiencing a letting go factor in their life. We just went through this dope stage of our existence where energy was allotted or handed out to everybody in this universe. A boost of energy, or upgrading factor, whatever you want to call it. So a lot of people are not really feeling what they used to like, because they're changing internally. So some people don't want to let go of their old self. Some people still want to run out there and get the bag and try to snake the next person for a bag. What the fuck is a bag? But it's like, some people still want to hold on to that old them. And some people are allowing that shit to happen. So it's just a matter of which one you're going to be, you know? And if you're watching this video, that means you're already a lot of bit aware of what I've been saying. And you're just getting the fact that you just need to focus on you. And to let go is as easy as holding on to something that's way better than what you was holding on to. That's the same thing Tarzan did. He trying to move forward. So he reached out for the next best thing. He didn't hold on to the old one because he didn't want to stay back there. So do you want to stay back there, or do you want to be where we at right now and enjoy this timeline and this lifestyle in the way you intended it to be?